Welcome back, my delinquents. We are talking about a very serious topic today, stalking. VTubers and stalking. I might get in trouble for saying this, especially at the start of the video, but there's no other way to label this than stalking or harassment. I want to talk about a story in particular of Trickwii, a very popular VTuber who has come out about being stalked in the last 3 days. And then I want to go and talk into stalking in general and how bad it is. And the reason I wanted to talk about this one straight after the Uwu market mismanagement is because I made a lot of points in there talking about how dropping the ball in this is very dangerous. And this is one of the reasons why. These are some of the serious repercussions if security and everything isn't managed correctly. So let's get into the situation. Okay, we have a tweet here from Trickwi herself, and I will read that first before going over the situation. Please report this account and all of his other backups. This person has been stalking me for a while and had made many accounts. I blocked 6 now. He has come to conventions, followed me around, proposed to me, been chased off by security, and he won't stop. I want him gone. And this goes on to screenshots of him talking about how he's not a stalker. No one who is a stalker ever says they're a stalker. You're right. I'm the problem, Tricky. You're right. It's me. My F. Go to cops. I'm stalker. I'm bad guy. As a Yu-Gi-Oh player, what the fuck? His profile here is a lot of red flags. Biggest problem here is him actually having an real life presence in this stalking. Obviously, all this online harassment is bad. Yes, guys, it's bad. Please don't harass anyone. Please. And obviously, it's very easy for some people to get drawn into a kind of delusion that they aren't harassing someone. But if someone does call you out that they don't want your attention, anything further from that is harassment. And it's very concerning that this guy has been following her to her events, even when chased off by security. And this is why if things around VTubers are mismanaged, this is an actual risk. And anyone who's been on the internet long enough, things can end up very dire. Some of the top female streamers on Twitch have stalkers. One specifically, I'm not going to use a name here, has a stalker that when she moves, he moves too, but stays directly outside of the restraining order area. And she just can't shake him. That's why these situations are actually very serious. And I feel terrible for Tricky, and I hope this guy catches a clue. But unfortunately, a lot of times when stalkers are confronted like this, as you can say, he's getting aggressive here. And that is a very possibility of when affections are rejected, they start to get angry and resentful. Now, I'm going to be going through with you about what is a stalker, guys. A person who stalks is a person who pursues someone obsessively and aggressively to the point of harassment. So any kind of aggressive pursuit or harassment that is consistent can be put under stalking, be it cyber stalking in real life stalking. And this is a real problem, as Tricky is not the only person who's came up with similar stories. Someone came out recently, a story about a fan who found their church through their personal Instagram that they did not have open and just showed up there with a knife. These are very real and dangerous situations. And this is not just a female VTuber problem. This does happen to male online personalities and female. It is just more common with female personalities. I really wanted to go into the gravity of what the impact of stalking is on the person being stalked. So I wanted to go into some of the actual repercussions of this that the person go through: denial, frustration, guilt, apprehension to normal daily tasks, fear, terror. They can never be alone. They can never go out like others do. They cannot live their life normally. Anxiety, difficulty concentrating or taking part of their normal daily needs, having to become emotional numb to protect themselves from dangerous situations, personality changes, PTSD, and denial. These are just some of the mental health factors, not including the actual repercussions on their lives. They may need to move. They may need to relocate their family. They may need to relocate their pets. This can branch further than just a conflict at a convention. This can really destroy a life. I really want to outline for everyone out there that these actions have serious consequences. And though we may see that the internet is anonymous, our actions do have consequences. And we need to start thinking more about what our actions mean. The only thing we can do is to be aware and to discourage this kind of behavior, and also to keep an eye out for our streamers. This kind of excessive parasocial dependent on a streamer, any kind of prominent personality should probably be discouraged. Or compulsive personality traits like this, I think you should get some psychological help before it gets too far. No, though you may have these problems, that management is key. You can manage these things. We can try and prevent this, but it's almost impossible too. So I think that's why we need to take into consideration that our streamers or people in the public eye do need an extra set of hands or care for their safety. And it's not because they don't want to see their fans or they're spoiled or anything like this. But realistically, to live that kind of life where some people can get obsessed and just find where you live, it does cost more and need more protection, and they have to be more wary of others than a normal person, unfortunately. So I hope we can try and be understanding of that and be there for people that go through this. But I just wanted to say my piece on the dangers of stalking with this situation. In the future, I may do a bigger piece on it because I am working on something being parasocial. But I don't want to go too much into this other than obviously this is wrong, this should not be happening, and we should work to protect anyone in a vulnerable situation. And thanks for listening to my bit of a rant here, guys. Enjoy your day, my delinquents. I'll see you next time. You got this, bestie.